Hello students, today I am going to talk about fatty acid synthesis. Fatty acids are synthesized by an extramitochondrial or cytosolic enzyme system. Major fatty acid synthesis is palmitic acid. Fatty acid synthesis occurs in liver, adipose tissue, brain, lung and mammary gland. Initial substrate for fatty acid synthesis is acetyl coenzyme and the end product is palmitate. Its cofactor requirements include NADPH, ATP, manganese, biotin and bicarbonate as a source of carbon dioxide. Fatty acid synthesis can be divided into three main stages. First stage is transport of acetyl coenzyme from mitochondria to cytosol. Next is carboxylation of acetyl coenzyme to form malonyl coenzyme. Third stage is reactions of fatty acid synthase complex. Transport of acetyl coenzyme. Acetyl coenzyme is formed in mitochondria from pyruvate, beta oxidation of fatty acids, degradation of amino acids, and ketone bodies. Inner mitochondrial membrane is impermeable to acetyl coenzyme. Therefore, it combines with oxaloacetate to form citrate by citrate synthase. Citrate is transported from mitochondria to cytosol by tricarboxylic acid transporter. Citrate is cleaved into acetyl coenzyme and oxaloacetate by ATP citrate lyase enzyme. This diagram shows the transport of acetyl coenzyme from mitochondria to cytosol. First, acetyl coenzyme combines with oxaloacetate by the enzyme citrate synthase to form citrate, which is then transported through the inner mitochondrial membrane by a tricarboxylic acid transporter. Then citrate is broken down by ATP citrate lyase enzyme to form oxaloacetate and acetyl coenzyme, which is available in the cytosol for fatty acid synthesis. Formation of malonyl coenzyme. Acetyl coenzyme is carboxylated to malonyl coenzyme by acetyl coenzyme carboxylase enzyme. This is an ATP dependent reaction and requires biotin for carbon dioxide fixation. This reaction shows the carboxylation of acetyl coenzyme to form malonyl coenzyme. The enzyme requires the coenzyme biotin and the source of carbon dioxide is bicarbonate and it also requires energy in the form of ATP. Next stage in the process of fatty acid synthesis is the reactions of fatty acid synthase. Fatty acid synthesis is catalyzed by a multifunctional enzyme fatty acid synthase complex. It exists as a dimer with two identical units. Each monomer has 7 different enzyme activities and an acyl carrier protein or ACP. This is the structure of fatty acid synthase multifunctional enzyme complex which exists as a dimer. So it has two subunits or two polypeptide chains linked by disulfide bridges. Each polypeptide chain has 7 enzyme activities known as ketoacyl synthase, acetyl transacylase, malonyl transacylase, dehydratase, enol reductase, ketoacyl reductase, and thioesterase, along with an acyl carrier protein. So, what are the advantages of this arrangement of enzymes in a single multifunctional enzyme complex rather than separate enzymes for each reaction? So, it increases the reaction rate and decreases the side reactions. It is encoded by a single gene, so synthesis of all enzymes in the complex is in coordination. Reactions in the fatty acid synthase complex. First is formation of acetyl acyl carrier protein and malonyl acyl carrier protein. Next is condensation, then reduction, then dehydration, and then reduction. First is formation of acetyl and malonyl ACP. So here acetyl coenzyme combines with ACP to form acetyl ACP and coenzyme catalyzed by the enzyme acetyl transacylase. Similarly, malonyl coenzyme combines with ACP to form malonyl ACP and coenzyme catalyzed by the enzyme malonyl transacylase. Next reaction is condensation of acetyl and malonyl ACP catalyzed by the condensing enzyme. So acetyl ACP and malonyl ACP condenses to form beta ketoacyl ACP, and in this process one molecule of ACP and carbon dioxide is released. Next is reduction. It is catalyzed by ketoacyl reductase enzyme. So there is reduction of beta ketoacyl ACP to form beta hydroxyacyl ACP and the coenzyme is NADPH. Next is dehydration, catalyzed by the enzyme dehydratase. Here beta hydroxyacyl ACP produced in the previous reaction is dehydrated to form trans 2-enoyl ACP. Then again reduction, catalyzed by the enzyme enol reductase. So trans 2-enoyl ACP produced in the previous reaction is reduced to acyl ACP by enoyl reductase, and the coenzyme is again NADPH. This flowchart shows all the reactions of fatty acid synthase complex. There is condensation of acetyl ACP and malonyl ACP to form beta ketoacyl ACP, which is reduced to form beta hydroxyacyl ACP. Then it is dehydrated to form trans 2-enoyl ACP, which is reduced to form acyl ACP, containing 4 carbon atoms. So this is butyryl ACP. Release of palmitic acid. In the first round of fatty acid synthesis, butyryl ACP is formed. Then butyryl ACP condenses with malonyl ACP. Thus the cycle is repeated 7 times, at the end of which palmitoyl ACP is formed. Thioesterase enzyme hydrolyzes palmitoyl ACP to palmitic acid and ACP. This flowchart shows all the reactions of fatty acid synthesis, which starts from carboxylation of acetyl coenzyme A to form malonyl coenzyme A, followed by the reactions of fatty acid synthase complex, which consists of 4 reactions. So this is one cycle, at the end of which butyryl ACP is formed. This one cycle is repeated 7 times, at the end of which palmitic acid is formed. In this picture, we can see the 2 subunits of fatty acid synthase complex divided into 3 domains: substrate entry domain, reduction domain, and permitted release domain. In the substrate entry domain, it contains the 3 enzyme activities: acetyl transacylase, malonyl transacylase, and ketoacyl synthase. The reduction domain contains dehydratase, enoyl reductase, ketoacyl reductase, and ACP, and the permitted release domain contains the enzyme activity of thioesterase. This is the overall reaction where 8 acetyl coenzymes combine in presence of 7 ATPs, 14 NADPH, and 6 protons to form 1 palmitic acid, 14 NADP, 8 coenzymes, 6 water molecules, 7 ADP, and 7 inorganic phosphates. Sources of NADPH required for fatty acid synthesis. Number 1 is pentose phosphate pathway or hexose monophosphate shunt. Next is Mehlich enzyme, which catalyzes the reaction of conversion of malate to pyruvate. Here NADPH is produced. Next is the reaction catalyzed by cytosolic isocitrate dehydrogenase enzyme. These are the oxidative reactions of pentose phosphate pathway or hexose monophosphate shunt, where NADPH is generated. First is the conversion of glucose 6-phosphate to 6-phosphogluconate catalyzed by the enzyme glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase, where NADPH is formed. Next is the conversion of 6-phosphogluconate to ribulose 5-phosphate catalyzed by the enzyme 6-phosphogluconate dehydrogenase, where NADPH is formed, and these are required for reductive anabolic pathways like fatty acid synthesis. Here in this flowchart, there is synthesis of palmitate from acetyl coenzyme A, and here NADPH is supplied by pentose phosphate pathway, the Mehlich enzyme converting malate to pyruvate, and the cytosolic isocitrate dehydrogenase enzyme which converts isocitrate to alpha ketoglutarate, and here NADPH is formed. Regulation of fatty acid synthesis. Fatty acid synthesis depends on the availability of substrates, that is more carbohydrates and less fatty acids and citrate in the cytosol. The reaction catalyzed by acetyl coenzyme carboxylase is mainly regulated. Acetyl coenzyme carboxylase reaction is the first committed step. It is the rate limiting step in fatty acid synthesis, and it is regulated by allosteric regulation as well as covalent modification. Allosteric activator is citrate and inhibitor is long chain fatty acid. Allosteric regulation. The enzyme acetyl coenzyme carboxylase exists as inactive dimers. It is activated by citrate, which causes the dimers to polymerize, and is inactivated by malonyl coenzyme A or palmitoyl coenzyme A, which causes its depolymerization. So this is the acetyl coenzyme carboxylase reaction, converting acetyl coenzyme A into malonyl coenzyme A, the rate limiting step of fatty acid synthesis. First, the enzyme exists as inactive dimers, which is polymerized and activated by citrate and inactivated by long chain fatty acyl coenzyme A like palmitoyl coenzyme A by its depolymerization. Next is covalent modification. In the presence of epinephrine or glucagon hormone, the enzyme is phosphorylated and inactivated. In the presence of insulin, the enzyme is dephosphorylated and activated. This diagram shows the covalent modification of acetyl coenzyme carboxylase. It remains inactive in phosphorylated state, which is dephosphorylated and activated by protein phosphatase enzyme, which is stimulated by the hormone insulin. So, insulin favors fatty acid synthesis. This acetyl coenzyme carboxylase is then phosphorylated and made inactive by the enzyme CMP dependent protein kinase. This enzyme is stimulated by the hormones glucagon and epinephrine. So they inhibit fatty acid synthesis. Fate of palmitate after biosynthesis. So palmitate forms palmitoyl coenzyme, then it esterifies with glycerol to form acylglycerols or cholesterol to form cholesterol esters. The chain may be elongated to form very long chain fatty acid, or it may be desaturated to form unsaturated fatty acids. Fatty acid chain elongation. Fatty acid elongation occurs in endoplasmic reticulum. Two more carbon atoms are added using malonyl coenzyme as acetyl donor, catalyzed by macrosomal fatty acid elongation system. This is to provide C22 and C24 fatty acids for sphingolipids. This flowchart shows the elongation of fatty acids. Suppose this acyl coenzyme is palmitoyl coenzyme and we need to add two more carbon atoms to it, then this malonyl coenzyme is combined and then undergo the similar set of reactions like that of the fatty acid synthesis reactions and form an acyl coenzyme which is two carbon atoms longer than this acyl coenzyme. The only difference is these reactions occur in the endoplasmic reticulum and carried out by the microsomal fatty acid elongation system. Desaturation of fatty acids or the formation of unsaturated fatty acids. It occurs in endoplasmic reticulum. It is catalyzed by acyl coenzyme desaturase enzyme and the reaction involves flavin dependent cytochrome B5 reductase, NADH and molecular. In this reaction, we can see the conversion of a saturated fatty acid into an unsaturated fatty acid. Stearyl coenzyme, which is the coenzyme derivative of a saturated fatty acid stearic acid, is converted into allyl coenzyme, which is a coenzyme derivative of an unsaturated fatty acid oleic acid. This conversion is catalyzed by the enzyme delta 9 desaturase and in presence of oxygen, NADH and cytochrome B5. Mammals lack ability to introduce double bonds beyond carbon number 9 and 10. Hence, linoleic acid and linolenic acid are not synthesized because they have double bonds beyond carbon number 9. Therefore, these are called essential fatty acids. Thank you for your attention.